Ah! Hi, I'm Matt, the Nordic Canadian. Watch to learn how to make a snow shelter. It snowed like crazy, and it's very mild right now, which is a perfect time to make a quinzee, or a snow cave. In Norwegian they say snøhull, which directly translates to snow cave. So watch me and see how I do that. So I'm going to mark the rough outline. Try to make it quite big because so much snow here, and it's a lot more fun if you can actually go inside of it. There. It's about, I'm gonna say 10 feet or two and I don't know, 2.5 meters. So let's see how that works. Next step, I'm just going to shovel as much snow into this circle as possible, and I want to get it quite high, like almost as high as me. This is going to take quite a while, probably an hour, maybe even more. I gotta switch to the regular shovel. That is heavy. Yeah. Is it following you? Probably a little over halfway now. It looks like I have a lot here, but looks can be deceiving. Still needs to be quite a bit higher so that when I tunnel it out, there's lots of room to actually sleep. Again, just packing it down, trying to avoid air pockets. Whew. Doing one thing you shouldn't do in a survival situation. I'm sweating. But we're not very far from home, so I'm not too worried. Oh. Nice. Bonus. This is good packing snow. Otherwise, this might not work so well. getting there. It's getting pretty close now. Snow's coming down a bit harder too. All right, I'm on to the next step, and that is to form a ice crust on the outer layer. So I got a little cute little watering can, bucket of water. When I filled this, I tried to make it as cold as possible, so I don't really want to melt it. I'll be quite generous with it, because you really want it to have a nice, strong crust. So it'll probably take a good half an hour to an hour to freeze, because it's quite mild. It's just around freezing right now. Got some fresh snow while I was taking a break, and it kind of formed a little bit of a fluffy layer on the outside, which I don't really like too much. I'd much rather have it smooth. So I'm gonna smooth it out right now. There we go. Did you hear it a little better? A little bit of ASMR mixed in with the video. Do not forget the top. So for the next step, all I'm going to do is collect some little sticks about 6 inches, or about the length of my hand. And gonna need quite a few of them. So need a knife or some pruners or something. Yeah. Maybe a little bigger, maybe 7 inches. So I'm just gonna make a little pile. Something like 20 to 30 should suffice. Pruners definitely make it easier. But of course, in a survival situation, probably not going to have pruners. So any sort of saw or knife would work fine. Seven inches is probably about 18 centimeters in metric for the non-Americans. As a Canadian, we know both metric and imperial. We never decided which we are. Might say we play for both teams. Alrighty then. Pretty fast. Those pruners. Okay. That'll be enough. On to the next part. So I got roughly 15 to 20 sticks without counting them. About 6 to 7 inches each. And yeah, I'm going to just place them around the outside, and this is just going to act as a little guide for later. they just stick in. Simple as that. Probably couldn't have, maybe could have had another 10 more, maybe 30, even 40 is better, especially if this is your first time making one. I've made quite a few of these, so I tend to not even use the sticks because I just have a good general understanding of how deep I need to go and how much you need to leave, at least that much thickness. But yeah, I'm not going to get any more for this. Now for the fun part. I'm going to dig it out. Now, I start the entrance down low. As soon as I get in a little bit, I'll raise it a little bit off the ground because I actually want the entrance slightly lower than the sleeping platform. And that helps all the cold air fall away. Also try to keep the entrance as small as possible. Helps for conserving heat. But if you do make it too big, you can always try to build it back. If you're using the sticks, after a while you're just going to have to really keep an eye out for those sticks. And again, the less experienced you are, the more sticks you should use. Or if you're very confident in your spatial awareness, you might not even need any. getting a little cramped, so I'm going to switch to a smaller shovel. There we go. If it was windy, I'd also recommend to build up around the sides. So again, if it was windy, I'd take some of the snow that I'm excavating, start building up the sides and create a wall. And it looks kind of like an igloo. It's really the same concept. It's like that. Or even just one side. If the prevailing wind is coming from this side, I'll just build up this wall. Like such. I'll try to show you something here. Let's get inside. So, I don't know if the camera picks that up, but kind of see that bluish tinge. That is light. You can start to see light already, and I can tell from looking outside that here, for example, you can see light, but it's still like 30 centimeters or about a foot deep with snow. So if it's nice and bright out, that's another good indication how deep you're going. But you can see on the inside versus the outside, still a lot more to go. And already it's starting to be pretty nice in there. Not enough to sleep yet though. Okay, dug quite a lot out now, but I still have a bit more to go. Well, that was a pretty fun build, but that's all for today. Thanks for watching.